Hello, welcome to Trees Crafts and More. My name is Teresa, and today we're going to be making cinnamon dough ornaments. So I've got my oven preheated to 300 degrees, and I have a cookie sheet with parchment paper on it. So in a bowl, we're going to put 1.5 cups of flour and 1/2 cup of cinnamon, and 1/2 cup of salt. And like my last ornaments that I made, it's a really simple recipe, and there's not many ingredients to it. So we're going to mix this up really well. I like that this one doesn't have applesauce in it. I don't know why, just the thought of applesauce in my ornament, I feel like I'm going to get ants. All right, so to that I have 3/4 cup of water, and you can use 3/4 to 1 cup of water. And we're going to add them in small amounts and stir after each one until a dough ball forms. I switched over to a fork because that was sticky in my whisk really badly, so. I'm going to get a little bit more water because I had 3/4. And it wasn't quite ready. You want the dough to be smooth, but not sticky. And I think that'll about do it. All right. Okay, so I'm going to dust my surface with some cinnamon so it won't stick to the counter. And you can actually put some of the flour dry mix aside before you start putting the water in it to use also, instead of just pure cinnamon. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dust my area a little more and work it into my dough. All right, so we're going to roll this out to 1/4 of an inch. Put some on my cookie cutter. out our cookies with Christmas cookie cutters, and when they're done, I'm going to decorate them. This is going to give it more of a gingerbread look to your ornaments. And place those on the cookie sheet, and you want to take a straw and put a hole through the ornaments so you can hang it from a string or a wire. And I actually have a gingerbread man. I'm just going to do a couple of those. And I'm not putting mine on the tree like the last set of ornaments I made in my last video. I'm going to hang them in my dining room. And the dough that you don't use, just gather up, make it into a ball, and place it in a bowl and put it in the refrigerator for your next batch. And I'm just going to leave it in the refrigerator till this one comes out, and then I'll get it out and start working with it. And it really is a pretty brown. And they have a slight cinnamon smell to them. I suppose you could add some cinnamon, like essential oil or something, to your mixture to make it stronger if you want. But this is pretty strong without it. Get these on the tray. Looking for my spatula and I can't seem to find it. Alright, so we're going to put these in the oven and we're going to bake them for 40 minutes or till they're dry. You want them to be dry, and then we're going to let them cool completely before decorating them. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up, find my spatula, and when they're out of the oven I'll come back. Alright, they've come out of the oven and they're nice and cool, so now I'm going to go ahead and start painting them. And the gingerbread man, I'm just going to go ahead and paint like a gingerbread man would be painted. Same kind of style. I'm using acrylic paint. You can use acrylic paint, and I even have some glass paint here with it that is working. This is Deco Art, and my acrylic paint is Apple Barrel, and that just happens to be the brand I'm using right now. I mix them up. All right, there's my one gingerbread. And I have the heart. I'm just gonna do white paint on everything that's not a gingerbread man or girl. And yeah, I'll just add a little bit more color to those though. There's that one. I'm just doing this one to make it look like it has a little bit of snow on it. If you notice, I keep going back over my lines because of the little tiny holes in the cookie. It doesn't fill in the grooves all the way, so I kind of keep going back over stuff. A little bit at the top. There we go. There's my tree. Now I'm going to go ahead and paint the other ones up off camera, and then when it dries I'm going to put Mod Podge on top of it to seal in the paint and kind of give it a shine. And I think I might, yeah, I'll probably like turn them over then when they're dry and do Mod Podge on the back of them without the design, just the Mod Podge. And then After I do that, I will show you. And you could do other things, like if you wanted to add Mod Podge and glitter. Or maybe even like you could take some like red and green buttons and hot glue them onto each one. If you go back over with Mod Podge back and forth several times, it'll start picking up the cinnamon. As you can see, it kind of did it right there. So try to do one time down sweeps instead of back and forth, back and forth. Also, I don't know if you noticed or not, but after I baked them, I discovered I didn't put any holes in them with the straws. And so my husband noticed and he drilled holes in all of them for me very carefully, and it seemed to work. They didn't break. I think one. I lost one. The star broke, but the rest of them, they held up really fine to it. So just in case you do the same mistake I did. And there's the ornaments all complete. I hope you try making them. Please give my video a thumbs up and subscribe, and thank you for watching.